Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Friday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We're in week 16 of our London Black Knights franchise and we are now 12-2 on the year. We lost to the Miami Dolphins last episode by just a point, which I will have the link in the description in the video if you guys haven't checked that episode out already. And we have 2 losses, so the Jets only had 1 win, and that was against the New Orleans Saints. So before we begin today's episode, we got 2 things to cover. The playoff picture, which is this awesome bracket that I really like. And as of right now, we would be facing off against the Cleveland Browns in wildcard weekend, and the Las Vegas Raiders still hold that number 1 seed. The Dallas Cowboys still have the number 1 seed for the NFC, but this could possibly change. Depends on who wins and who loses. It could possibly change, and we'll show you the statistics to see who made it and who didn't. Okay, the Dallas Cowboys are 12-2 on the year. The Las Vegas Raiders and the London Black Knights, that is us, are in playoff picture. So we're 12-2 on the year. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Detroit Lions are still in the playoff, already made the postseason. We're 12-2. We still made it, even though we lost. We still have a great record, and we'll see you guys at kickoff.
Joe Flacco and the London Black Knights versus Jameis Winston and the New York Jets.
Alright, now it is kickoff time here at Olympic Stadium in London as Golden Tate is ready to return the kickoff here for the London Black Knights. So we are hoping to go 13-2 on the season, and next week we face off against the New England Patriots, so we're easily going to win that because the Patriots did not qualify for the postseason this year, and the Jets are the second worst team in the NFL because they beat the New Orleans Saints last episode, and Antonio Brown, he claims a reception and runs it straight into the end zone. That's a 74-yard touchdown, and this will be a 7-0 lead here for the London Black Knights. Alright, now this is going to be a 1st down and 10. I forgot to say this earlier once we did the statistics. The Philadelphia Eagles also made playoff contention as well. So this is now going to be a 2nd and 12 now from the 30-yard line with only 3:17 to go in the first. Jameis Winston, he is trying to scramble and he wants to get the 1st down, but there is a fumble, and Tre'Davious White has recovered the fumble, and he is going to take it all the way to the end zone for the London Black Knights. And that, my friends, is going to be a 13-0 lead. We'll show you the replay on that in just a moment. Take it to the house. So Jameis Winston was running the ball. The ball got knocked out of his hands by a defensive lineman, and Tre'Davious White recovered. He's one of my favorite secondary players to use. I mean, he's at a 94 overall. I improved him to a 94. He was an 88 overall, but I improved him to a 94. That's also why I like to have him on my Mexico City Golden Eagles franchise. And it's 14-0 London. We're going to take a break here, and we'll see you guys when we're back on offense. Okay, 4th and 6. Antonio Brown is ready to return the punt here for the London Black Knights, and this appears to be at the 18 out of bounds. So this is going to be a 1st down and 10. We're going to use the I form. Here we're going to use the 94 wheel featuring our running back, Frank Gore. So Joe Flacco hands this off to Frank Gore, and he uses that juke move there, and he gets stopped at the 27, so he gains about 9 yards on that play. So this is going to be a 2nd and 1. So this will be the final snap of the first quarter here in London. So Joe Flacco, he is going to throw this football deep to Justin Jefferson. And Joe Flacco has at least 102 yards passing in this episode. So 1st down and 10 now here for London. This just began the second quarter. And Flacco, he is ready to throw the football. He is going to pass this to Justin Jefferson. And he gets a 1st down at the 11. So he has 136 passing yards rather, while Justin Jefferson has 62 receiving yards. So 1st down and 10, Joe Flacco, he's going to hand this off to Frank Gore. And Frank Gore, he runs and gains about 6 yards on that play. 2nd and 4 now. Frank Gore has possession of the football. And Flacco, rather, he hands it off to Gore. And he gets stopped at the 4. 3rd down and 3 now. So we're going to use the stretch alert run play featuring Frank Gore. We're going to use a juke move there. He gets it in. Touchdown, Black Knights. This will be Frank Gore's first rushing touchdown of the game and the second for him on the season. They're going to lead this one 21-0 here in London. Okay, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line here in London. So they're going to run the football, the New York Jets are, and they get that 1st down. Mike Davis ran quite a good yards there. So we only allowed 23 passing yards, and that will be a 1st down and 10. They're at the 47, the 2-minute warning. I forgot to mention that, but it was just last minute. So the clock goes pretty fast here in football. So that's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 47. So they're going to throw the football, and he gets sacked by Ed Oliver. That will be his first sack of the game. 2nd and 14 now here for London, here for the Jets. And the Jets, Leonard Floyd makes the sack. Ed Oliver, who made the last sack before Leonard Floyd, actually claimed that fumble recovery. So that will be a touchdown. Well, that will be a turnover. And this will be the 2nd turnover of the game for the New York Jets football team. So Frank Gore, he runs. He has 5 rushes, 21 yards, and a touchdown in this game. So we're going to use a quick slant here. I haven't used Cole Beasley all season, so I'm going to use some of him. So this will be a 2nd and 10 now. So Joe Flacco, he is going to throw this to Cole Beasley, and he uses that juke move there, and he jumps on into the end zone for a touchdown, and that will be his 5,000 career receiving yards. So we have 4,000 passing yards this season, so it will now be a 29-0 lead, because we're going to attempt a 2-point conversion here for London. So we got to win this game. And if the Raiders win, they still have that first seed. And it will now be 29-0 here in London. All right, 2nd down and 16 now from the 25-yard line here in London. So they had a fumble, but the Jets did recover. So that is going to be a 3rd down. So they're going to take a timeout. So we're thinking about a game plan, 3rd down and 6. We're going to blitz here on defense. And hopefully we can sack the quarterback. They're actually going to do a run play. They're actually going to throw it this time. And that is going to be a 1st down. So Jameis Winston, he is 5 for 5 in this game. So he is on fire. I mean, the Jets have not scored any points whatsoever. But he throws this a little wee too deep, and that will be incomplete. So we're using the dime blitz formation here for the defense. And they're at the 47. So they're going to get sacked. The ball is out. I believe it is Malcolm Jenkins who recovers it, and he scores a touchdown. Does a front flip there to prove it, and it will be 36-0 London. We'll see you guys in the second half. All right, first down and 10. This is the third quarter here at Olympic Stadium in London. So, Mike Davis, the former Chicago Bears running back, gains at least 2 yards there on that play. So, he does get stopped at the 34, and they're going to do a single back. They're actually going to throw the football, and he gets sacked by Ed Oliver. So, Ed Oliver, he's been doing pretty decent lately on our London Bulldogs team, and we have 7 sacks defensively in this episode. Like, I don't know how great our London Bulldogs, our Black Knights, defense is, but I'm proud of it. I am so proud of this team right now. And this will be a 4th and 5 with only 2:43 in the third. We're going to return this punt, and it's 4th and 5, so they're going to be at the 38. So the New York Jets, they will punt this out. And Antonio Brown will be ready to return here for London. He uses a juke move, though, and he does get stopped at the 34 with only 2:14 to go in the third quarter. 27-yard return, not bad, but I'm just going to use a simple run play with Frank Gore on first down and 10. So Joe Flacco, he's going to hand this off to Gore, but he does lose 4 yards on that play whatsoever. And we're going to use a PA middle shot on 2nd and 14 now. So Joe Flacco, he is going to throw this football to Justin Jefferson. So Joe Flacco, he has 193 passing yards. So he is nearly at 200. So 1st and 10 from the 46. Flacco, he's dropped to pass. He is going to throw this to Justin Jefferson, and he caught it one-handed. So 227 yards for Joe Flacco in this game. That's really impressive. I'd have to say he's doing a really good job out on that offense today. 1st and 10, they're going to hand this off to Frank Gore, and he gets it into the end zone for the London Black Knights. That will now be a 43-0 lead. This will be a second rushing touchdown of the game, and we'll see you guys in the fourth quarter. Okay, 2nd down and 3 now, and we got Andy Dalton playing in this fourth quarter, so I'm going to throw this deep to Austin Blakeney, and he gets a 44-yard reception, so that will be a 1st and goal for the London Black Knights as they're trying to move the chains here. And we're going to use a single back. I'm hoping there's a quick slant route here, but I'm going to switch this out. I'm going to put in some Austin Blakeney. Austin Blakeney's already on the field, so we can't use that. So I'm going to use a different strong formation. Oh, he is our receiver for this play. So we're just going to use a quick slants route here on 1st and goal from the 8. So Andy Dalton looks like he's going to throw this to Austin Blakeney, and he gets a touchdown out of this one for the Black Knights. This will be his first receiving touchdown of the game, and it will be 50-0 Black Knights lead. Okay, now 1st down and 10. Jameis Winston is not on the field because he is down and injured. And this will be a 2nd and 10 now here for the New York Jets. So the Jets here, they're using the single back. They're going to actually throw the football in this play. That's going to be incomplete. So we're hoping that they get 4th down. So we got to play some strategic defense here. I mean, you guys saw the awesome turnovers for touchdowns in this episode. That's the main contributor of this factor. And CJ Mosley gets his first sack of the game. Okay, now it's 4th down and 22, so Antonio Brown is ready to return the punt here for the London Black Knights, and we are 2 minutes away from getting our 13th victory of the season as the Black Knights. And Antonio Brown, he does get stopped, though, at the 44. And that will be a 1st down and 10, so we're going to use a simple PA comeback slide on 1st down and 10 from the 44 here in London. So Andy Dalton, he is going to throw this to Rob Gronkowski. And that, my friends, will be a 1st down and 10. They're at the 28, though. And we're going to use that same exact pass play that we just did. The 2-minute warning is coming up, so I got to make this quick and snappy. So I'm going to throw this to Gronk, and he gets a first down. Okay, 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and we got Todd Gurley as my running back. So Gurley, he gets this into the end zone for a touchdown for the London Black Knights, and this will be his first touchdown of the game, and we're going to attempt a 2-point conversion. Todd Gurley does get his 4th touchdown of the season. Alright, now this is going to be a first down and 10. The Jets are using that single back formation here for the offense, and they actually throw this football, and that, my friends, will be a 2nd down and 8. So it's 58-0. And we're about a minute and 30 seconds, which is equivalent to 90 seconds from winning. And Sheldon Rankins makes his first sack of the game. I believe we have 9 sacks defensively. So we're 1 sack away from getting our 10th of the game. And we will play some defense here. And the Jets do throw the football. And that's going to be a first down. 24-yard reception by David Mims. And there's only 34 seconds to go in the game. And they're going to throw this one. That's incomplete. And this will be a 2nd and 10 now. So they're going to throw the football. And that's going to be intercepted by Richard Sherman. And he is going to claim a pick 6 for the London Black Knights, and that will be a touchdown. This will conclude the game. 40th career interception, and this ends it here in Olympic Stadium as the London Black Knights win it by the final score of 65-0. We'll see you guys at statistics. As being said, have a great Friday afternoon, everybody. And we got a great Week 17 matchup against the New England Patriots. Alright, Joe Flacco and Andy Dalton both claimed 158.3 passer ratings in today's episode. 2 touchdowns for Flacco, 1 for Andy Dalton. Jarrett Stidham had an INT, no touchdown. So did Jameis Winston. He left the game pretty early with that injury. And Frank Gore had 8 carries, 36 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day. Todd Gurley had only 6 yards, and that was his only touchdown of the game. Justin Jefferson had 119 yards. So Austin Blakeney, 1 touchdown. Cole Beasley and Antonio Brown both claimed a touchdown as well. Jefferson had no touchdowns in this game. Defensively for this Black Knights team, we had 9 sacks. So Ed Oliver had 3, Jordan Poyer had 2, Sheldon Rankins had 1, Devin McCourty, CJ Mosley, Malcolm Jenkins, and Leonard Floyd all claimed a sack at least. So Richard Sherman had a 54-yard interception return for a touchdown. There were a lot of fumble recoveries in this episode. Blake Cashman, Malcolm Jenkins, Ed Oliver, and Tre'Davious White all claimed fumble recoveries, but Jenkins and White both had touchdowns. Richard Sherman was the pick 6 touchdown. And I don't think there were any punt or kickoff returns for touchdowns. So that basically wraps it up, everyone. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a great Friday afternoon, everyone.